Alright, what is up guys, welcome back to another video. As we can see here, we are taking a quick look at Vechain, and it looks as though we have actually come down into that area that we did want to see retested. You can see here we were talking about in our yesterday's video how now that we're back inside this range, we want to see ourselves coming back down to the bottom of the range, back testing it and potentially showing signs of it being flipped into a support again after being resistance for so long. You can obviously see here massive support flipped into resistance here. We came back down, obviously this overextension with that descending wedge into the new year. We come back up to resistance here, get the rejection, and then we've broken inside, and potentially right now looking like today we are actually back testing this area. And as we said, you can see here we put this long position here which would have been triggered at any point that we came down really and retested the bottom of this range. I think I placed the exact order. What was it at? Was it, I think it was at 2.2 cents, I think, so more or less in this position right here. This was triggered obviously as we came down into this yesterday, and you can see today we are getting a little bit of a bounce in this area as well. Stop loss is just below here, so if we do roll back down outside the range, this will be obviously stopped out, but I do think now we're back inside the range that we should be trading it. And you can see here clearly it looks as though we've broken inside the range, back tested it, and if we do get a nice little continuation in the market, which we could potentially see for a lot of cryptos, especially with Bitcoin looking fairly solid and bullish over the past few weeks, I think we could easily see Vechain coming up about halfway up through this previous range, at least to this swing high here, which is obviously a key level. And also things to consider, we have broken out of this key level of resistance we've been under for a good while as well, so you could see yourself running up to the next level, key level of resistance, which you would say is here, this horizontal resistance in this area at the middle of the range, fairly easily now that we've broken out of that first bear market resistance. Obviously we've got this very big bear market resistance all the way up here at like 6 cents, which is a long way away for Vechain, isn't it? Let's be honest about it. But you could argue potentially here that we are, starting to see a bit more of it. This, you could say, this was consolidation. We've got the overextension, fake out to the downside, and if you came back inside the range here and start to do this again, you could argue that maybe we're starting to see, the end of the potential bear market over the next few months. Obviously, as I will continue to say, we are still in a very bearish trend with making lower lows and lower highs continuously here. You can see lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and we've come up here, we've actually in the local area made a higher high, as you can see, lower lows and lower highs, but we've made a higher high here. So if we come down, back test some areas like this, start to reverse the trend, and we break out of some of these key horizontal resistances, it's going to be interesting to see what happens next, isn't it? But overall right now we are still, I'm bearish in the short term on crypto over the next few months. I do think probably we're going to see a rollover again to retest some of the lows, because we haven't seen any massive signs of Bitcoin breaking out of any key levels really. There have been some obviously positive signs, but still really making lower lows and lower highs overall, etc. And we do need to see more confirmation of a bullish trend for Bitcoin before I want to claim bullishness for the wider market as well. But I would say this would probably be a good trade for the immediate short term. Over the next month or so, I do think we'll probably, we could see ourselves coming back down to retest these lows. It's very possible in a bearish trend, obviously. But I do think, mid to long term, 1 year, 5 year, 10 years out, Vechain, a crypto that is going to do very well. It will definitely get back to its all-time high, in my opinion, up here at around 30 cents. I think it could easily reach over $1 in the long term as well. That's just my opinion. But I do think it's possible, considering, that it's actually a good cryptocurrency with actual use. So thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, appreciate you all. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.